What is up, everybody? It's the Inhuman one here, and oh no, I picked the wrong file already. Awesome. So, what I was gonna say is, today we're gonna pick up with part 2 of the run, the No ESTUS FLASK challenge run, but for whatever freaking reason, okay, there you go. It keeps logging me into. I'm gonna sign out of this one actually. Well, I don't know the password, so never mind. I'm gonna go back to the Inhuman one, the proper save file, where I actually have the we can pick up where we left off. And now I'll need to quit the game and restart it. But anyways, what we're gonna be doing today is picking up part 2 of the No ESTUS FLASK challenge run for Dark Souls Remastered. The first stream was a disaster. I mean, it was really tough because I wasn't feeling very well. As you could tell, I was sniffling like the whole time, and then I just had such a difficult time with the Capra Demon, not being able to log in, heal or anything like that, and trying to avoid using some of the other, heals like the Humanity and things like that. It was very difficult. But I ended up beating him and then taking on the Gaping Dragon, beating him first try. So now it's really just a matter of figuring out how to get a Pyromancy Flame, because I did do a glitch that prevented me from speaking with Oscar. Oscar would normally give us the Pyromancy Flame, and if you are already a Pyromancer, Laurentius will not give you one. So the Gaping Dragon, oh, he was so much fun. You would have loved it. You would have absolutely loved it. But so pretty much now all we're going to be doing is trying to find a way to get the Pyromancy Flame, which I do believe I can get one from NG or ING, whatever his name is. But that's probably the only other one I can get. If not, I don't know what I'm going to do. I guess I'm just going to go Claymore the whole way. Really don't want to do that. The Waggler of Chickens. I always liked that update. I'll never forget Chicken Waggler, though. The Waggler of Chickens just seems more regal. Alright, let's see. I don't remember everything. I'm trying to figure out the layout while I'm just kind of running through, getting hit. But since we don't have an ESTUS Flask, the only heals that we have are going to be like Divine Blessings, Humanity, and Bonfires. Which are fine, but they're all relatively rare, or they're just kind of spaced out. We have not defeated the Gargoyles yet, but I would like to get some Pyromancy going before all this happens. The Gaping Dragon. Yeah, I don't know who named these characters, but I definitely respect the guy. And we got the sack, which is a big victory. Any chance I can get the that burlap sack on my head, that's what I'm going to be doing. That's just my style. I always like that look, and I've always tried to get it every chance, every time I play. Alright, Laurentius, I'm going to spare you for now, but see, the problem is if I kill him, I probably will get the Pyromancy Flame, but the biggest issue of all is that I would not get, I would have no means to upgrade it, so then I'd never speak to Quaylana, which is also a problem. DS2 No S's was a bunch of BS, let me tell you that. yeah, no, this is a Louis Vuitton head bag. This is not just your run-of-the-mill burlap sack. Dark Souls 2 No Estus? I don't know, man. I would just life gem it all day, because I normally use life gems mostly, but oh, Dark Souls, I love Dark Souls 2 a lot. It's probably, other than 3, like one of the best in terms of lore. The gameplay was not as good. It's not as crispy, I don't think, and having like a strength build and stuff was just really, it felt out of place. It was really tough for me to just be a tanky guy when I did my playthrough last year, but in general, nice. Yeah, second chance. Second try is a charm. But no, in general, I would say that like Dark Souls 2 lore it's so good. Dark Souls 3, you have excellent gameplay and excellent lore. And then Dark Souls 1, I mean, you can't go wrong with it, It just got all the above. It's just a timeless game. I don't know if I could do Dark Souls 2. Well, the benefit of Dark Souls 2 is that you have the life gems, so I probably might be able to do it, but oh man, I'd be pissed. I'd be very pissed. It is so dark on my screen. I can't see anything. Alright, see, yep, there you go. There he is. And there should be a third. I'm not going to take too much time because last time I got knocked off this ledge here. So let me grab, there should be a key I think in here. I don't remember. I am pretty rusty. It's probably been about 10 months or longer since I played this. It might even be a year. I think I might have played this last year, but I don't remember. I do not recall. Let me focus on this part. Trying to remember. I don't really need to fool around with any of these guys, I don't think. God, I'm so weak. My build is ass. Like, I'm just pure vitality. I'm not even going to risk it. I'm just going to safely drop down all these things. Alright. Yeah, my build is so bad. Getting shot at. That's always cool. Can I fall down here safely? Yes. Yes, I can. Just gonna roll. Oh, there you go. There it is. We got one more little jump and then we should be fine. And then we're gonna get infected by NG or ING, whatever his name is. There you go. Alright, perfect. That wasn't as bad as I thought. Let's see. Let me get past here. I'm gonna read what you said. Something about 100%. I don't expect anything less from you, chicken. If you didn't somehow master a Dark Souls game, I would probably be disappointed in you. And it's not because it's because I know how awesome you are at these games. Remember how you're helping me, actually. You're giving me tips and stuff throughout most of my challenge runs, and even when I was rusty, just trying to figure it out. So Chicken says, I did both of the illusory rings, and that has been 100% hardest thing I've ever done in all the DS games. The illusory rings. Man, I don't remember what is that exactly? Illusory rings. Does that mean the ones that increase the difficulty, like Calamite's ring or something like that? I'm not sure what illusory ring is referring to. And again, I'm just rusty, man. I pour all my mental resources into one thing at a time, and then I forget. They are rings you get by 1, doing a deathless run, and 2, by not resting on any. What? Nice. Do you get those in Dark Souls 1 or 2 or what? A deathless no bonfire run. That's insane. I would love to get one of those rings just for the sake of completion, you know? Do I have to be a human for this? That's really dumb. I guess I will. To get invaded by the man-eater. Dark Souls 2. Oh, that's right. I do remember that. Dark Souls 2 actually had some really neat stuff like that. I do remember that now. Yes. And there was, they had, man, Dark Souls 2 is so good. I really love it. It's ass. I don't think I'd enjoy it, like, meaning like, oh, this is the best time of my life. But I think that it would be a hell of an achievement, you know? Something you can, you know, just like how you're able to just be like, I did this. That is worth it to me. Oh, there you go. There she blows. Man-eater Mildred. I like fighting her in this ring. I feel like this ring was designed for our battle. And, man, I'm gonna have to figure out this build. Fortunately, in Dark Souls 1, Pyromancy doesn't, like, really spec with anything other than maybe, like, dexterity, so you can cast it faster, but the power is just based off your glove, so that's all I'm gonna really go for, to be honest. I lost 5 years of my life doing that. You know what was shaved off? I think it was, like, 3.5 years of my life, beating, the Godskin Noble and Godskin, whatever the hell they were, I don't remember the game anymore, Elden Ring. Godskin Duo. Torch only, without a shield or anything like that. That was probably one of the hardest things I've ever done in my life. It took me like 10 hours, 3 streams or maybe more. What the hell? But yeah, it was the hardest thing I've ever done, and it was miserable, and I was mad and sad and just wanted to give up. Yay! Man, we're so weak. Good thing the Claymore's upgraded. Oh, and I'm rusty. 8,000 soul? What? That's good. Not bad at all. It just sapped it right out of me. Yeah, I can only imagine, man. I can only imagine. Some of these runs, they're just harsh, man. It's like, is it even worth it? But I do like that I did the Elden Ring torch run. That was something that I was actually pretty proud of. But it was miserable. And I didn't use shields hardly at all unless I was parrying. But a lot of people ended up doing it after. They would use shields and do like the... It's like the guard counterattack. Or you know that counterattack that you can immediately do after you guard in Elden Ring. And I thought that was kind of cheap. But turtling up behind a shield? What cowards. What cowards. Alright, so my vitality is actually pretty good. I'm probably going to boost up my strength just a bit. I mean, to be honest. Should I? Yeah, we can't even really do anything about it. Yeah, we're still pretty trash, actually. Do I have other consumable souls? Not much. And I can't use the Firekeeper, so I literally glitched the whole first sequence, so I don't even have an Estus Flask. So these Firekeeper souls are worthless, essentially. Yeah, I don't even think that's barely enough to level up. Okay. Yeah, that's just, I want a little bit more damage. I mean, God, I'm weak right now. Yeah, the duo kind of does that. It's their passive buff. Yeah, I think it is. It just completely ruins your life. It makes you miserable, sad, all at once. Makes you want to give up. Those guys were, I mean, I can only imagine. I don't think, see, like in my casual playthrough, I think I beat them. I think I beat them first, so I don't even remember. I could go back and check, but I don't remember them being hard at all. And this challenge run, I mean, they were miserable. It was one of the worst things I'd ever experienced. And Callisto Protocol, that was also a pretty shitty run. That game was very heavily inspired by Dead Space, and it's not nearly as good. But it was there's some poor design and choices made the game kind of ass, you know, at certain parts. So I just was not happy with it. All right, let's go get infected. Normally I wouldn't be excited to say that, but this is Dark Souls. Ooh, you know what? Being poisoned and stuff is going to hurt a lot more in this playthrough. I didn't even think about that. So I probably need to visit the old lady and get some moss clumps. See you, man. Take care. Thanks for stopping by, bro. Always a pleasure, man. Always a pleasure. I'll catch you next time for sure. My cats are killing each other, so if you hear any kind of squeal, that's them. Yep. That's them. Alright, so we're doing no Estus. So the only heals that we have at our disposal are the, I guess, Humanity, Divine Blessing, and Bonfires. But I'm a Pyromancer, and I wanted to use this Pyromancy Flame as much as possible. So what I am going to do is I need to talk with Inji or Ainji. There it is. But I need to get infected. Otherwise, I don't think he'll talk to me because I don't have the infection. Really, bro? Does he have to be like at a certain angle? What? Oh, come on. I don't need to be fighting these scrubs right now. I have no ability to do so. No! I'm so weak right now, too. That's the problem. He's going to just troll me. You'll never catch me alive. What is wrong with this guy? Yeah, I'm super weak right now. I'm a pure vitality build, so not much I can do against an invader. But the problem is, did you see, I don't know what happened there, but for whatever reason, I wasn't getting grabbed by those egg dudes, which really was weird. I'm not sure what I did wrong there. Alright, that's good. We need as much currency as possible. We'll be buying a lot of items in this run. And I'm not averse to using some to buy heals and divine blessings, especially if there's a vendor that sells them infinitely. That'll be great. That'd be much better than using Humanity. Humanity is a great quick heal, But I think Divine Blessings also heal any ailments, so that is a good thing. But anyways, I'm going to go ahead and try to get infected by this egg. The worm thing, whatever the hell it is. And that way I can talk to Ainji. I don't know why it wasn't working though. And it's so funny, I can't believe I got invaded. You know, like people are still actively playing this game. Alright, bro. Punch. Is there something wrong with the angle there? I don't get it. There it is. That's the attack. That's what we need. Now another problem is this where he's at? I'm trying to think. Yes, yeah, he's up here somewhere. I think, right? Yeah. Since I'm here and I don't feel like walking back, let's try and kill Quelaag. It's definitely not going to happen, but the whole purpose of me doing this was to go and fight, get infected, talk to Ainji, but I think he's beyond the boss, which is just fantastic. Not that I could use Pyromancy against her anyways, but I really did want to use Pyromancy for the gargoyles, just because I'm pretty weak right now. I am pretty weak. My build is, right now, I'm spec'd into, whoa, to Vitality. So that's what I'm doing right now mostly, but I need to get some strength and some dexterity because I'm using the Claymore as well. Alright, let's see how far we can get before we die. I'm not going to use any heals. That's very doable, actually. Are you just going to keep spamming? I was like, what are you doing? Okay. I'm in a bad spot now. Okay, hold on. That thing's got some wicked range on it. I'm going to get in real close. Actually not doing terrible damage right here. This is good. I'm stuck though. Yeah, I'm dead. That's actually very doable. Might as well go kill her. I'm going to kill her first. Kill her first, get my Pyromancy, go kill the gargoyles. Both bells will be rung, and then we can go on to... What is it? Sen's Fortress? I don't even remember. It's been so long. Yeah, Sen's Fortress. Alright, and what I will do, just in case it's a really good run, we have 20 humanity already. That's fantastic. I hate that I'm poisoned just off the get-go, like right off the bat, but that's fine. That's fine. I could try and really, you know, wait and traverse more slowly, but that's fine. I'm just going to take the poison. I won't get hurt by those other enemies anymore. Now, the other problem is, as I kill more enemies and get more souls, I think once I defeat Quelaag, I'll probably get the egg infection because it's a matter of how many souls that you've consumed after getting infected. So, lovely. Lovely. So, I think we'll probably have the egg infection by that point. And yeah, it'll take a fraction of my souls, but it's fine. Not a big deal. I'm not looking where I'm going, I'm just walking. Egg. Just putting a little marker there, that way I know I got infected there. Normally what I do is when I do these challenge runs, afterwards I put supercuts together, that way you guys can kind of follow along and see the journey without having to watch, you know, 20 hours of gameplay. Alright, bro. Oh yeah. How did I miss? Staying close is actually very effective when she has the sword, believe it or not. I'm waiting for that explosion that she killed me with, but I'm just not... Oh gosh, seeing it happen too often, so... She usually spams it, and that's why I was really concerned. There it is. There it is. There you go. Retrieval! Lovely. Hate that attack. I'm gonna go ahead and use one because I think this is actually a pretty good run, right? It's not terrible. Not a terrible attempt, if you ask me. It's not good. I don't want to spin in the front. The love. Okay, good. Okay, not bad. Very good, very good. Nice swing and a miss right there. Love that. I like to keep my eyes on Quelaag because she gives you all the tails, you know, like all the telltale signs, like what she's going to be doing, which attack. But sometimes you can't really stay locked onto her and get in some really good swings at the same time, so when she hugs the head, though, she's definitely doing her explosion attack. There it is. Alright, let's see, can I get a good running attack in, please? Thank you. 81 damage, hell yeah. Totally worth it. Sprint away. Wait, oh no, come on. That was so cheap. I transformed mid freaking explosion. That was so cheap. Now I have to use a second humanity on this fight, which I didn't need to use initially, but now I will have to. I'll be forced to. We're going to create some distance. I don't like her being too far away from me. This is a fight that I like to take up close. So here we go. We're going to get real close. Once she commits to a strike, we're going to go ahead and just try and finish her off here. Might be in trouble. Yeah, that hurt. There you go. Whew. That wasn't too bad, but I was not pleased with that. Having to use 2 humanities. But let's go get our thingamajabby. We have the infection, so now we just need the, not the egg vermifuge, but what is it? No, the pyromancy glove, that's right. Okay, so here we go. We're going to head this way. We have 10,000 souls now. Told you, once we get past the Capra Demon, it's all just smooth sailing from there. Let's see, I think it's in here, right? I don't remember. I haven't played this game in so long. Where's the secret pathway? It's down here, I think. Maybe down there. So we'll ring this. This is our first bell, actually. We haven't even defeated the gargoyles yet. We're so out of order right now. We're doing things all out of whack, and that's fine. We'll go down the staircase, and then there should be an illusory wall that we can knock down. Homeward Bone, lovely. And there will be a bonfire down here as well. So we're going to be good. Where is this? Oh, it's right here. Perfect. Alright. Let me talk to this bro.
Oh dear. What have we here? Are you a new servant?
Sure.
No matter. Go along and have audience with our fair lady. I pray that you will mind your manners.
Oh gosh. He takes so long. Move! I'm actually not, well, so I'm not going to tag that one, but I might.
Why not try this? Oh, what is it?
Can I buy one? I mean, good gosh, I can't. So I don't know how to get a pyromancy flame then in this case. I don't know how to do it.
Oh, what is
Nothing for ascension.
worse than undead, like the but my dear, and swallowed the great blight pus,
Ew.
despite mistress. Worse than unlike but and
Yeah, I need a pyromancy flame, and I don't think I'm going to get one. So if I use the egg vermifuge, I don't even think he'll want to talk with me.
oh, what is it?
Oh, I thought he was going to have it too. That's so annoying. I didn't mean to sit there. That's awesome. Totally awesome. Alright, removes parasite.
Oh, what is it?
Well, let's talk to him now.
Know us there, fair. I do not know. Worse than like but and swallow.
Still nothing I can do there.
Worse than unlike but and
Yeah, well, that was my whole strategy there, to be able to obtain a pyromancy flame from him. So we're not gonna have pyromancy, and that really sucks because I'm a pyromancer. Had I not chosen the pyromancer class, I would have had a pyromancy glove, and that's so annoying. But I glitched the beginning, so I literally can't get it anymore. If I kill him, I just get 3 egg vermifuge, if I recall correctly. Oh, I'm pissed. That's so annoying. So we're gonna have to bump up our strength for sure. I mean, we're so weak right now. Alright. It is what it is. I tried every method possible to get the pyromancy glove. Killing him will not get it for me. It's just gonna get me 3 egg vermifuge. So I refuse to do that. But that was our mission. I was trying to do a pyromancy type run. Without pyromancy, we're gonna be in trouble. And I won't have a means to upgrade it. Maybe if I kill Laurentius now, I'll get a glove. I don't know if that will work, but I'm gonna try and kill Laurentius, get the glove, and then maybe Ingy will be able to upgrade it for us. You know, I don't know, but that's really my total plan Z right there. Because at this point, I've tried everything. And yes, we could have just obtained it with Oscar had we not done the glitch, but I just felt it was much more epic to do the glitch so that we literally don't have the Estus at any, on us at any point in time. I felt like that was much better. But alright, let's take a look. We're going to head back with our tail between our legs. No, I'm just kidding. Actually, not that worried about it. I mean, it would have been really nice to have pyromancy. I feel like pyromancy would make for quick kills, which is going to be great in a run like this, where you don't really have the benefit of using health, and at some point specking into vitality is just not going to really help, because most bosses at the end of the game are going to kill you in 2 to 3 shots anyway, so you don't want to waste all your points on vitality. Let's see, can we make it up here without having to save at that one point? I hope so. I don't think I'll die here, but I mean, I have before. Oh gosh! Spoke too soon. let's go ahead and tag that save point, right? In a run like this, everything that can go wrong will go wrong. Alright. Everything's all repaired up, nice and easy. A 100 souls, that's it. That's all you get. Alright, let's make it up here and not fall off the Ferris wheel of death. I can't believe I missed that. At least I didn't die though. Alright. Then we should just be able to jump off from here safely. Eventually. There you go. And now we need to find the ladder. And just make our way back up. We're going to just retrace our steps back to Firelink's Shrine pretty much. And yes, there's some pretty cool armor. There's like the Archmage robes or the whatever they are. Not the tattered robes. That's what I have on. But I think it's just the Archmage robes. And those are pretty cool. Alright, this is where I started dropping down a lot from here. There it is. Of course, we got one of those dudes that can inflict toxic on us. We don't want that because that would be a huge waste of health, and I might not be able to make it back with toxic because I think toxic does like double-digit damage, whereas poison is single-digit damage. Yeah. Lovely. What the hell? There it is. The ladders are just not easy to see. But I remember that it's like all very close together. You're not supposed to be traversing very far. Because if you do, then you're going to start getting into the area where you have the Firekeeper souls and more of those blow dart dudes. You missed. Lovely. Alright, let's get out of here. And we can go back to Firelink's Shrine. And I'm going to kill Laurentius. And in hopes that I get his Pyromancy Glove. If not, I apologize, because he's a great NPC. But I need a Pyromancy Glove. I mean, half of this run has been dedicated to me trying to get one. And for about 100% of the run, I haven't cast one spell yet. Because I haven't been able to do Pyromancy. I haven't been able to obtain a glove. Because I broke the sequence in the beginning of the game. Just so that I could glitch the ESTUS FLASK sequence where you normally would obtain it, but I just skipped it altogether. But it happens. It's all good. Again, we do still have Humanity and Bonfires and Divine Blessings as heals. Now, I only actually have Humanity on my person, but I think there's a merchant that might sell us some Divine Blessings. I'm not entirely sure. It's been a long time since I played this game. Hold on a second. Okay, I was back. For 1 second, I thought she was dead, and I was gonna be so pissed. Alright, so let's go kill Laurentius. I'm gonna give him one last chance to sell me a Pyromancy Glove.
As always.
Please, just give me a glove.
Teacher who I met had a fun. He said we're born those whose in this land. The Witch of Art is the godmother. So the day I felt as if I'd been chosen to. Of course, a pyromancer's flame is a flame.
Give me one.
A pyromancer's flame.
No weapons for Ascension. Yeah, I'm screwed. Okay, well, we did try. We did try.
Be safe, friend.
Alright, brother.
There go.
You detest my pyromancy. That must be it. Then I'll give you a taste of it. It will not be pleasant, I assure you.
Trying to use combustion on me? He Pyromancer punched me. See, I wish I could do that. Give me your glove. Please give me your glove. Is this the way to get it? No. He just gave me 1,000 frickin' souls. So I killed him for nothing. Okay. That sucks. So there's no way to get a glove in this run. Not after glitching that first sequence. That is saddening. Okay, so what do we do now? I guess we go kill the gargoyles. I'm so mad. I can't believe it. Can't believe it. I really wanted to be a Pyromancer in this run, and that has been taken from me. So now I'm going to be just using the Claymore, which is boring, but I'm not really spec'd for anything else, strength or dexterity, you know, focused at all, so I'm just going for quality build at this point. A lot of vitality, a lot of strength, a lot of dexterity. That should be able to hold me through to the end, but I am pissed. Oh, you know what? Let's go save at Andre's real quick. The reason for that is because I do anticipate dying to the gargoyles. They're pretty trolly, especially like by the time I normally kill them in any run that I do. It's not like a challenge run. They're dying in like seconds. Like the second gargoyle is coming out, and the first one's already dead, pretty much, you know. So, but I'm not dealing a lot of damage, so I might be in a bit of a pickle, as they say. I can't believe nobody sells Pyromancy gloves. Like, they gift them, that's fantastic. But if you're a Pyromancer class and you talk to Laurentius, he will not give you one because he assumes you have one, because you should have spoken to Oscar. Oh man, I just wish there was like a check in the script that's like, double check for Pyromancy glove. No Pyromancy glove? Okay, have one. That would have made my day. And then freaking Engie doesn't give one. I could have sworn he did. This fool. Parry this. We got the rapier. Nice. Alright. He jumped off. What a coward. Okay. Oh my gosh. These guys are really scary, actually. I don't really want to get hurt much. I don't want to use any humanity if I can avoid using it. Jeez Louise. I don't want to get hurt much. Half my life taken away. Seconds after. No, go away. Oh yeah. Bro, hold on. Okay, I am freaking hurt. I'm damaged right now. Of course, he's right over there. And if yeah, he's coming. Alright. He wants to do battle. No, hey. The running attack, the Claymore's moveset in general is really good. I never get the Chandler's Trident. I'm just going to put it out there. Never. Never get it. And you know what I'm going to do? I am going to go back, actually, to the bonfire. And not because, oh my gosh, I need to heal. I don't really care. I'm probably going to die to the gargoyles the first time anyways. But what I am going to do is I'm going to go and try and upgrade my Claymore. I think I only need 2 more Titanite shards. And I did pick up a consumable soul along the way. I think. I picked up 2. And I'm not using any like duplication glitches or anything. The only glitch I did was just to skip the ESTUS FLASK. Alright, so yeah, we might as well heal as we're here, or since we're here, but we're going to go ahead and talk to Andre. We're going to get the Titanite shard. He has infinite Titanite shards, which is really cool. So you can pretty much upgrade most weapons to like +5, I think. Most standard weapons. Alright, purchase. Okay, and I think this will be the last time that I can potentially even reinforce my weapon or upgrade it. Yeah, now it takes something else, I think, right? Where is it? I don't recall. It's been a while. So Claymore +5. I gave him an Ember. Large Titanite shards. Okay. And I don't think he sells those. No. Reinforcing armor. I don't really need that. I don't need any of this. Okay, fine.
Come get yourself.
Hey, I do what I want. 3,500 souls. It's not really enough to do anything, but it's certainly enough to be mad at for losing. If I lose that many, that will suck. It's just because, like, right now it's so cheap to level up, so you hate losing souls, but let's just try and win. The gargoyles are fine, but they are pretty annoying if you're not dealing a lot of damage. Like right now, I'm not. But I did upgrade my Claymore to +5, so it should be decent. I mean, it's not going to be like some crazy damage output, but it should be better than nothing. Alright, can we make it? You know what? Do we need... You know what? I will. Oh my gosh. I said I will take this detour. Yes. This guy just snuck through, huh? He's gonna get the worst of it. Just you wait. Yep. Now this would obviously be a run where a shield would make sense. Not having Estus. I don't really like shields though. I don't like relying on them too much. The problem with this is I got hurt really bad, not really paying attention to the, I guess, underestimating the enemies. I thought they'd be much weaker without their buffs, but they're still pretty strong. Now we gotta kill this guy, which is gonna be a problem. Hey, we got him. Okay. We got a Titanite shard, not a large one, but we can still use it. And then we can get a humanity over here if I'm not mistaken. Cool. And then we'll free what's his nuts. We gotta remember to go back and kill him though.
Oh, then I am in as you.
Use the mystery key. Give me a coin. I guess he didn't give me anything yet. I am totally gonna die now, but it's fine. I'm not gonna walk back, so I'm too lazy. And I think if I would have chosen to summon Solaire for the Gaping Dragon fight, his soul son would be here if I was in human form, but not gonna mess with that. Using summons on a challenge run is kind of cheap anyways, to be honest. Alright, so there's two gargoyles. One with half-life that he's immediately going to start spitting fire, and then this idiot with his tail. I should do like a gargoyle run, you know, and have like full gargoyle armor and stuff. That would be pretty neat to do, but it's very heavily reliant on like the RNG, because you may or may not get the drop. The tail is guaranteed, but not the helmet or the shield. And they're very heavy because they are stone weapons, so. Oh, okay. Give me that axe. Lovely. Get stunned, son. I'm dead. Okay. Damage output's actually pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. Damage output's fantastic. So we'll beat him this next try. I was hoping that the second gargoyle hadn't dropped down yet, but he did. And I don't have headphones on, so it's all through the TV right now. So I was like, dang it, I didn't get that audio cue. But he started breathing fire, and he got me. We will beat them this time, and we'll pick up all of our souls and humanity, all that stuff. But yeah, not bad. I mean, this is not a terrible run so far. Oh gosh. He tried it. Lovely. Ah, get away. Okay. Alright, this time we're just gonna run straight through. I always get tagged anyway. Oh god, like that. Run, run, run. Okay. I always get hit once. Those guys have some incredible tracking. They're like the best lock-on ever. Alright, let's go kill the gargoyles. I'm gonna do my best to take this first one out really quick. I can see! Nice. I'm gonna do my best to take him out really quick. No damage. Just kidding. Yeah, give me that. Die, fool. Alright, I can't see ass right now. Okay, there you go. No! Oh gosh. No. Alright, you're dead. You're dead. You're dead. First try. Just kidding. Alright, so that was close. I almost got knocked off the ledge there. Got twin humanities. And how many souls? 10,000? I'll take it. Let's go ring the second bell and head to Sen's Fortress. I'm going to be honest. Sen's Fortress is going to be a bit of a pain because I haven't done it in a while, but normally I can get through it in like, I don't know, 2 minutes maybe, Matt. But at my best, I can get through it probably in a minute and a half or so, but it's going to take me a little bit because I don't remember my little path that I take to bypass a lot of these traps and stuff, and the timing is going to be the biggest issue. I don't remember it too well. But I'll do my best. There's really nothing there that I need. But what I would like to do is, let me see, once we get to the top of Sen's Fortress, and we're about to face off with the Iron Golem, I want to see if that knight, I think he's a Berenique knight, if he's got some divine blessings. I know he's got green blossoms. I'm not sure if he's got divine blessings. See, they're opening the Sen's Fortress gates now. And no, we haven't talked to what's his nuts, the onion bro yet. So we're not really progressing anybody's quest lines. To be honest, I don't remember anybody's too well. So without looking at a guide or looking at one of my old playthroughs, it'd be really hard for me to remember. Unless you guys told me, but I've already missed Solaire's summon and... Oh gosh, almost fell. Also, Onion Bro, I haven't talked to him yet, but I think he can still do his quest. What's up, man? What can he sell me? What do you have? Do you have what I need? 3,000 bones for a purging stone. Karmic Justice, Bloodbite Ring. Purging stone might be important later on, but the old lady has one as well. I could request absolution, but I'm pretty... Oh, what? I don't really need to, though, because I killed all the NPCs anyways. What are you doing? You crazy? You followed me all the way through? Let me through. Okay. He really was trying to get over to me. my gosh. We're gonna do that, and then, oh my gosh, we're gonna die. Yeah, we're dead. Lovely. Well, I'm definitely gonna go back and get those souls. I should have just fell on them then. I didn't realize they're... I'm telling you, man, these guys are just so hit or miss with their AI. They're either freaking geniuses or they're absolute clowns. They were all trying to kill me, though. Alright, so instead of going straight to Sen's Fortress, which would have been awesome, we're going to take a little detour. 14,000 souls. We can probably level up once or twice. Probably going to go for damage. My vitality's pretty good. And I don't really have any difficult enemies to face off with until we get to Anna Orlando. So, that'll be fine. Oh, I forgot about you. Yeah, get some. You too. And you as well. Alright, where are my souls at? Where's my little soul patch? There it is. Yeah. Oh, how did he do that? Got crazy lock-on ability, sir. I refuse. I'm dead. Okay. Well, at least we picked up our our souls that time. Our souls and humanity. I can't believe that these idiots are so strong. And I don't remember being chased by all of them at once either. Like, I don't remember that being a problem. I guess... I don't know, you know, when you have heals and you have that little crutch of the ESTUS Flask, it's so easy to just kind of be like, oh yeah, I guess that was kind of hard, but it really wasn't because you had the ability to heal, like, on command. And you take that away, certain parts of the game really start standing out. And it's like, oh, okay, well that is pretty cheap, actually. Alright, I'm going to kill everybody on the way there because I'm angry. Get wrecked. You too. And you as well. Alright, perfect. That's 3. Titanite. I need some large Titanite shards. Maybe, I think these knights can drop them as well. Rapiers and other stuff too. Lovely. Lovely. I'm gonna lose 14,000 souls. This is not good. So yeah, if he parries me, I'm toast. Alright, so I can't get hit at all. Otherwise we lose 14,000 souls. Oh gosh, I'm not dead yet. I am freaking out right now. Normally this would not be a problem. Okay. Oh gosh, get away. Oh gosh, stay away from me. Okay. And I'm even afraid of gravity damage at this point. No! He killed me. I lost all those souls. I love it. 14,000 frickin' souls. That's not like that big, but I could have leveled up. Now I can't. Alright. That was awesome. So now where do we go? Sen's Fortress. That's so annoying. So annoying. Okay. Let's see if we can pull this off. The only thing I think I'll need... probably some throwing knives, right? Let's see if I can get that rhythm down. I honestly don't recall exactly the timing that I need to get through some of these traps, but I'm going to do my best. What's up, buddies? Okay, I already forgot about that one. Okay. It's shield hand, right? Go towards the shield hand. Yep, there it is. And is it loud? I don't remember. Yeah, seems right. Oh my gosh. Lovely. At least I fell there. That's good. That never happens. Okay, shield hand. We never get a second chance. Nope, we're dead. That was our second chance. We landed on that narrow ledge just to get knocked off to the very bottom and then die. Alright, so let's not do that again. Hopefully we can get the timing down for the second series of swinging axes or whatever, the swinging blades. Oh gosh. Alright, bro. No! Normally I wouldn't have got hit there, but I couldn't go around his shield arm like I normally do. Lovely. That was awesome. Thank you for that. This girl's got a lot of health. Alright. This is where we start getting some large Titanite shards. I remember this being important because at this point in the game, like depending on which weapon you're trying to level up, like a standard type weapon, it's really good to start getting all these and knowing the placement of these items. Hello. Goodbye. Oh my gosh, are you serious? He just came right back from that, didn't he? Okay. I don't like using shields unless I'm parrying, and in this game I really don't parry much. I parry a lot more in 3. Elden Ring parry all the time. I don't really parry much in Dark Souls 1. The parry window is really forgiving, and I do it on like certain enemies like Havel or Havel, however you want to say it. But that's really it, and I usually just use my hand. But I normally don't use shields. So I'm not going to use one just yet. But that sequence would definitely be a little bit easier with a shield. Oh my gosh. Why are they so aggressive? Gotcha. Alright, so now we'll come back up here. Not get electrocuted. Oh, maybe we will. You, ma'am, must die. There you go. Shouldn't even leave me a blade or anything. And then we got this bro. He's gonna stand right here. Maybe. He didn't want to do it this time. He learned from his past. There is a ring over here that can help us reduce some of the physical damage that we take, and that's not bad, especially for this run. I mean, any damage reduction is going to be huge. Would you die? Okay, good God. What? She's still standing. Alright, give me your ring. We're going to take this ring right here, the Ring of Steel Protection, and we're going to equip it, because I forgot all about that. That'll help reduce some physical damage. And yes, I know Onion Bro is right over here, but I'm not gonna mess with that. Not really doing side quests, just trying to survive this run. No, Estus is pretty tough. Let's see what backstabs do. Not much more, but I'll take it. Definitely additional damage. He hit me anyways. He has a good shield. A lot of damage reduction there. Alright. So because we're so close, I'll just go ahead and use Humanity. I'm gonna equip one. Or equip all of them actually. I think I need a knife. Okay. I don't feel like doing this again, so it's worth using a Humanity for me. Alright. That was close. Way too close. Alright, I need to remember where to go. Up these stairs, I believe. More traps. 2, 3. And then I think we got some snake bros to deal with, right? That's just a standard sprint all the way through. There's a snake bro right here, I thought. Yeah. Didn't do anything. That dealt no damage. Okay, he's dead. What a jerk. Okay. Then we got this girl up here. Usually I get her before she could start throwing stuff at us, but I kind of panicked. And I got hit for it. Okay, lovely. One more. Okay, now here is the do or die sequence. She just doesn't want to fall off. No! I can't believe I did that. Okay, I'm removing this. I cannot believe I just did that. There it is. Okay. Now I won't get shot at least. But that doesn't necessarily make this sequence any easier, any less nerve-wracking. Gotta get through the first two. Yay, okay. Now I'm pretty nervous, so we're just gonna go straight to the save, the bonfire, because I burned through so many resources, man. Very sloppy. Where the hell is the bonfire? Alright, cool. So now we're good. Now we're really good. And I'll go ahead and actually rest here. This is excellent, actually. We'll go say hi to our little snake friend, right? Isn't this an illusory wall? There's something over here. Oh, you. Okay, there's nothing. Nothing of use. And then that takes us to, I don't remember where, but nothing important. Nothing that we need that's going to save us in this run, let's just say. Everything's important and valuable in some way, but not this time. You get, we fight a few people here, and you can get, I think you get Divine Blessings, maybe? I don't remember. We can give it a shot. Oh my poise. Okay. Got a lot of poise, bro. Oh, love. Thank you for that, actually. That was great. Dead. Okay, so I'm still going to go this way because I think they have Divine Blessings, and Divine Blessings are going to be huge for us. It does count as health, and we can use that. Divine Blessings, Humanity, and Bonfires are really the only way we can heal in a non-Estus Flask run. I mean, it makes sense to try and farm them up. I also think that the vendor in this area sells them. I don't recall, though. I don't remember 100%. And again, I haven't played this game in a long time, so about a year, if not a year, so. Because I played through all the Souls series again, just kind of replayed them, and played Dark Souls 3 actually all the way through for the first time, which was nice, because I hadn't given that one much time after the initial release, and it was amazing. Turns out to be my favorite Souls game, or say favorite Dark Souls game. And then Dodge. Elden Ring came out, so we were able to really get through that, and we had been warmed up with all these games, so it was perfect, like, to be able to kind of experience all the Dark Souls games right before playing Elden Ring to see the differences and things. It plays a lot like Bloodborne and like Sekiro and Dark Souls 3 all mixed together. So large Titanite shard, that's good. Definitely take that. I appreciate all you lurkers out there. I see you guys. Appreciate it. Alright, let's see. Let's kill, what's his name? Ricardio? The Heartman from Adventure Time. Oh my gosh! Okay, he shot me. He tried to shoot me in the face. What is your problem? Is he Legolas? He's trying to parry me. Ah. Back away, demon. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna fix the light real quick. I know it's gonna start getting really dark outside and my webcam doesn't adjust very well, so bear with me. I'm gonna fix it because it's like super dark. It's like, oh my gosh. The green screen's creeping on me. Okay, yeah, and we'll keep adjusting it. I mean, if you start seeing green stuff all around me, it's my green screen. Okay, so here we go. Let's make it through this little area. I don't even need to kill Richard, I think is his name, but why not? I think there's some divine blessings that he's blocking behind. And I could be mistaken, but if memory serves, those would be good. Those would be good for later. He's trying to ESTUS FLASK on me. Okay. He's trying to flask on me, man. Alright, so we can go past. Head over to the knight. I always thought, for whatever reason, like when I was first playing this, I thought that this was the first knight over in the Undead Asylum for some reason, but they're two different knights, and they fight much differently as well, but I just thought they were the same. Parry that, sir. Oh, no, that's not good. He went all crazy on me. Okay. Finally dead. He actually did like a charge attack or something. Alright, we got Ricard's Rapier. And did you see that animation? It's a unique one, and I think it's means that I defeated the enemies I needed to gain humanity. So that's cool. The soft humanity. So we got Divine Blessing and Rare Ring of Sacrifice. So we got one Divine Blessing. Is that what you're telling me? Yes. Well, we'll have to make do with that then, huh? I thought it was going to be 3. But the Rare Ring of Sacrifice, that's good too. Another good item to have. Not that we'll use it. I never use those items really unless it's just like very specific to, you know, like my challenge or something, or I need to do it to bypass a glitch or whatever it may be. You know, like it's very situational where I use those things. Otherwise, I typically don't. I don't like using items. I'm just very straightforward, very simple with my approach. Oh yeah. Okay. We made that jump. Let's go see what this guy actually sells. Now the jump on the way back is always harder for me. Purchase item. Yeah, he doesn't really have much. Large Titanite shards, which that's really good. Great sword, great axe, Balder shield, tower shield, arrows, Katarina set, steel set, the Balder set, which doesn't have the cape, and rings it will never use. Okay. So this dude
Nothing at all.
is worthless to me.
Like a naked.
See if we can make it through. This jump is very difficult for me for some reason. The jump on the way back. I didn't pick up any of the keys, so looks like the old genius wizard's gonna be stuck in the cell for all eternity. Which sucks. But we can't use any of his abilities anyways. Our intelligence is high enough to probably use some basic spells, but I was a pyromancer, man, and I've had my flame taken away from me, so I think this is where Tarkus would be. Yeah, Tarkus' summon sign would be in there. And then, what's up here? Oh, the giant. Yeah, that's right. Oh, it's going to be a pain taking him out. Oh, kick. Okay, that was nice. If he rages, we're in trouble. Oh, if he just kicks again, that's awesome. Usually, when you're fighting around his legs, you're in a good position, but not so much. Not that time. All right. I think I just need to make a sharp left here. Yep, okay. Then we'll make our way up to the giant, and we'll take him out so that we don't have to fight him while he's raining down boulders on our head. And what's over here? Isn't there just a knight? And there's like nothing else over there. Yeah, I don't remember the purpose of that area. We're gonna run through here. As long as you're sprinting, you're never gonna get hit by the crossbow wielding enemy or by the giant. Alright, these guys are dropping 500 souls. It's not bad. Not bad at all. Lovely. That was a great dodge. Any second now, big guy. Oh, he's dead. You would think, you know, chopping at his legs for a few minutes would do the trick. Okay, we got a Titanite chunk. And hope. Which is infinitely more useful. Alright, so now we got our 13,000 souls. I may or may not die to this bro. I mean, sometimes he gets real crazy. Usually this one doesn't hit. Yeah, I mean, I've been hit by one before, actually. Oh, he grabbed me. Oh my gosh. I forgot about the grab. Don't do it, sir. Yeah, I'm dead. I'm not dealing any damage whatsoever, so that's pretty scary. We're definitely going to have to knock him off the bridge. So we're going to have a really, really precarious fight here on this narrow bridge while we're trying to hit him in the legs, deal enough damage to knock him off. And I'm going to be honest, I don't remember if there is a closer bonfire, but it's not that far, so we're fine. But I feel like there is a closer bonfire. Just don't remember exactly where it's at. Alright. And yeah, you can go downstairs. There's some like some armor or some chests down there and some balder knights. Nice. I'm gonna kill you just because you hit me, sir. That is the way of the world, my friend. Okay, so now we need to go ahead and get through here. You know, I really don't care if I get the souls or not. It'd be great, but... You try to do a little grab. He grabbed me now. That was a weird animation if he did. Come on, fool. I'm gonna reposition him a little bit. He's gonna throw me off. Oh, no, he's not. Haha. I'm back. He's not wanting to fall at all. I'm trying to do this thing here, and bro, it just doesn't want to fall. He's not gonna fall, is he? I'm not dealing enough damage. Tarkus would do it. Yeah, that's not good. My damage output is so low right now. Man. That does suck. Let's see. Trying to see if I had any fire bombs left. I know that bro, the knight, does sell some, and I could buy some. I'll do that. He has black fire bombs and green blossoms, so I'll buy some. I think that's gonna help because my damage output is not the best. Oh my gosh, okay, that was good. $8,000. It's probably gonna buy me like 2.
What is it?
Yeah.
Come along, try and make something of it.
Alright, so now I'll equip this. I am gonna equip the humanity just in case it's just a really great run and I don't have to menu for it. You know, I can just jump right in and get my health. Can we do? Oh, I'm dead. I'm not. Ooh. And yeah, there's some other chests and stuff down there, but not fooling with it. Totally got donked up there, didn't I? And no, I'm not going back for health. I'm just gonna go with what I have. Because I mean, if the guy kills me, hits me in 2-3 hits, I'm dead anyway. So no need to split hairs about this HP thing. We'll be fine. Perfect. You know, I didn't even mark that I beat the Gargoyles. There was a pretty easy fight. Alright, let's see if we can grab these 14,000 souls. Oh, okay, nice. Oh my gosh, I don't know what you're doing there. What are you doing? No. No. There's 3 stomps, right? Oh, no. Yeah, I thought you did 3 stomps. Oh, yeah, okay, 3 stomps. No. Okay. Now you're all wobbly, bro? I'm bringing him over here. This is so dumb. Yeah. Okay. You gotta get him all wobbly again. Oh, that's gonna hurt. Yep. No. I didn't time that right. I'm dead. Yeah, he's either gonna throw me off or slam me against the ground. Okay. Not so bad on the damage output, to be honest, but not so bad. Let me brighten up this light. I'll be right back. Still trying to fix this stupid thing. My webcam's so trash. It hates adjusting to light. So like, if the sun sets or anything like that, it just gets so jacked up so easily. So I'm over here editing the green screen filter because it looks like T-Rash. I could try and increase the brightness too. Let me try that too. Well, that's not working. Let's see. My bad, guys. I'd like to be present on my stream if I could. Yeah, I don't know. It's just acting goofy. Let's see if that works for a while before it like starts sinking into the background again. And we are gonna try doing the or using the black fire bombs this time, as long as I don't have a really bad start. If I start sinking back into the abyss, it's my green screen tripping balls. Alright, here we go. Run, run, run. And here. And here. Love it. Gotcha. Alright, that's one down. Now the big guy, look at him. I wish we could hit him from here. I wonder if you could, actually. That could be a cool cheese, but I really doubt it. Let's just try, just for the sake of my entertainment. Light crossbow. This should be fine. I think these are the bolts. Is there a way to aim this stupid thing? Hold on. Do I need it in my right hand? I remember there's a way to aim it, like first person mode. Light crossbow. Two-hand it. Stop doing that. What the balls? I know there's a way. I just don't remember what it is. No, it's not training. No! Okay, that was dumb. There's a way. I just don't remember how. And I'm wasting all of my freaking crossbow bolts to figure it out. It's not LB. It's not RB. It's not RT. I don't remember. I'm pissed. I don't remember. If anyone remembers how to get to first person, they'll tell me, because that is a bother. I would love to be able to cheese him. I wouldn't, not in this run, but if that's a way, that's super easy to pull off. I don't like this positioning, so I am going to get him in a slightly better position. Nice. Thought you could change the aim to his legs. Positioning is not good. Yep, he got me there. Okay, he didn't grab me though, which is good. But he's working on it. Goodbye. We got him. GG's. That's Black Firebomb, baby, all day. Nice. And that is how you do it. 40,000 souls richer. We can examine this ring of light while I examine my webcam light. Oh gosh, my controller. We are in Anne Orlando. This is good. This is good progress. I forget exactly what we need to do, but we need to get the... this whole sequence. I remember what we have to do now, sadly. We do need to defeat Ornstein and Smo. Ornstein and Smo. That's going to be lovely. Absolutely lovely. Hi. My little cat is just staring at me right in the face, like, kind of creepy, but I just try and diffuse the situation by greeting her, so she won't sap my soul at night. Okay, so here we go. We're gonna run through here. I love that NPC. Really, really cool NPC. Alright, let's level up a few times. We're going to want to bump up a few things. I want to see how many we have. So it gives us 7 levels. So we could probably do... What was that? So that's 4. And then we can bump up. You know, I am tired of being so damn tired all the time. No, but the endurance is kind of whack. I don't like how low our endurance is. You know, 30 vitality is not terrible. So we can do that. I'm okay with that. Just so we can get a bit more stamina. And now we'll go ahead and repair all of our stuff. Soon we're going to be able to warp around, which is going to be great. That's what I really need. Can't even attune magic. It makes no sense. I don't have a pyromancy glove, so I'm so frustrated about that still. Alright, let's go face off with these gargoyles down here. Normally the sequence isn't terrible, but who knows? It could be pretty bad. I am going to kill the gargoyles. Or the gargoyle. What we're going to do is try not to die to the the painting ninjas. They're so annoying, and their AI is hit or miss. And sometimes they're, again, like those other enemies we try to fight, they're just spot on, or sometimes they're just absolute idiots. Where's the chest? Is it down here? Oh, there it is. The shading threw me off. Won't be needing that. I think Demon Titanite upgrades boss weapons. Twinkling Titanite does something else. Each of the different upgrade materials upgrades specific types of weapons, so I always forget. Well, I was going to kill the gargoyle, but I don't give a damn. It really serves no purpose other than more risk. Did they fix that? Where the camera doesn't just glitch out? I think they fixed that. Oh, lovely. 2 hits for these clowns. Yeah, 2 hits is annoying because my combo... Oh, no, it's 3 hits. Okay. It's annoying because I take a step with each strike. So that is a huge risk. Big, big risk right there. Alright. Can we do it? Alright, here goes. Oh my balls. Okay, that was terrible. I've never died there, I don't think. I've died in this sequence plenty of times, but never right there at the beginning, you know? That hurts. Now we gotta wait for the elevator. That's the annoying part about not making it the first try. You're gonna have to wait for this elevator. And I know you can aim the bow 100% in like a first person mode type view, but I'm not entirely sure about the crossbow. I still want to give that a shot. You have to hold it? What does that do? Maybe it's just the bow, I don't know. Let's see if they fixed this. I think they did, because normally the camera pulls so hard to the right. Let's see. It just zoomed in there. Nope, it still sucks. It pulls to the left now. Good update. Alright, he's dead. Now let's not die on the first possible, on the earliest possible ledge. Because that's just completely embarrassing. A throwing knife, lovely. Matter of fact, I might employ those. I only have 2 left. What was I doing? I think I used them. Oh, that's right. I used them in Sen's Fortress. Alright. I guess I could slow down, but what's the fun in that? Get away. Yes! Okay, AI is on point today. Oh, I kicked the that's, yeah, okay, that makes sense. That jumping thing, like when they start jumping, you know you're doing the right thing. Alright, you gotta go forward. And then back. And then he didn't do it. He didn't do it. Oh gosh. Oh gosh. No. No. Okay. Jump. He didn't jump. Oh gosh. Lovely. And normally, I don't think now I don't think I've ever died up there because of just strikes. I normally get knocked off. And it was going so well. Had I just been aggressive and attacked him, but I was a little nervous because it takes 3 hits, so I didn't have enough stamina. Oh, those bastards. Okay. That's fine. That is okay. I think we can get it this time. The painting garden room is pretty annoying. It's normally not so bad though once you kind of have a system down, and I do, except I'm just not able to execute it very consistently. It's just because I'm out of practice. The gargoyle came right for me. See, that time it pulled twice. I have never enjoyed walking up that beam. Lovely. Get away. He's gonna be like a master of close quarters combat, so naturally this is gonna go on for a while. Oh, look, he dropped. Maybe some more throwing knives. Yeah, they love dropping throwing knives. It's one of their highest drop possibilities in their loot tables. Oh gosh. Oh my gosh, I just went for it. I don't care. I'm going for it. And I'm dead. I've never done that before either. I was just thinking, like, what if I just run past them? But yeah, these guys. I'm gonna try one more thing for the light, then I'm gonna give up. Well, actually, that looks kind of cool because my beard's like invisible. This is what I look like without a beard. Just kidding. Alright, I'm gonna fix it. I'm just gonna leave it off. I'm just gonna leave it off because it is not adjusting. So I'm gonna turn off this other light too because it's like blinding me. So bear with me 1 second and I'll be right back. Okay, much better. Although we can't see my beautiful beard, you'll just have to visualize it for the rest of this stream. Yeah, my webcam is really bad about adjusting to light, so I hate streaming too late in the day because, especially during the winter, whatever the hell they call it, daylight savings or some wacky thing we do over here in the West. I don't like it. So whenever the lighting goes dimmer, like the natural lighting, my webcam just goes like 3 shades dark every single time. So like no matter how, as it keeps adjusting, it just keeps kind of getting darker and darker until eventually like my color and the color of the green screen are about the same. And so I just start fading into the green screen. So it's weird. I don't like that, but Amazon, right? I don't know how it's so successful. Like most of the products are pretty ass. It's quick. You get them fast, and that's great. But the quality of most of the items are pretty bad. Same goes for the service too. The Amazon Prime, like the streaming service. What? He pulled that off. It's pretty bad too. Like most of the movies, because I was going through and I was like, really, I have all the streaming services for the most part, and I was really shocked that Amazon was the one that kind of, let's say, for lack of a better term, won the bid, right, for the God of War, making the live action film for that. I just thought it was really odd because they don't have a lot of, they have a few IPs, and not too many that are just groundbreaking or that are like, you know, very well known. And I'm dead. So I thought it was just kind of odd that Amazon would get it. And everybody keeps talking about the state of Netflix and all that, but Netflix has so many more original IPs, and the quality of this, like, you can tell the actual quality of, like, I don't know if it's the film or whatever. I mean, just like the basic fundamentals of filming like a movie or whatever. You can tell it's a higher budget. But for Amazon, like a lot of them, they're okay. I've seen some decent shows and movies, the original movies from Amazon, but for the most part, they're not as good. And the selection of the movies is usually very old. I mean, we're talking like stuff whenever like 80s, 90s, and I think that's great, but the selection's just old, right? And so you don't see a lot of new stuff out there because guess what? Netflix and Hulu and HBO, they kind of have some of the licensing for the newer stuff. HBO specifically has like, you know, DC and all that, so that's cool. But in general, you're going to see that Amazon has like the oldest library, and it's not like, oh my gosh, it's classics. It's just kind of all it has. And then it has a bunch of indie films, but these are like beyond like B film, like B movie type stuff. It's like if there is a C movie, like it's beyond that. And I was just so shocked because I was trying to do a video on Krampus, and I was trying to watch movies that, you know, that were any of the streaming services that had Krampus available. And Amazon Prime seemed to have most of them. Like, I think one was on, I forget what service, but it was like you had to pay for it. And I was like, I don't really feel like watching it that bad. So I went to Amazon and Amazon Prime or whatever, and I was looking at it, and I was like, wow, like, let's check out this one because, you know, the cover looked cool. But usually, you know, these indie movies, like, the covers are great, and then as soon as you start, you're like, wow, I can tell by the credits it's going to be ass. And it was so terrible. It was so funny. It was like I couldn't stop watching it because it was so bad. And anyway, so a lot of the movies are like that. Like you have a lot of like C level movies or C grade movies, and it's awesome. And I just thought that it would have a better, like when I first started, like just paying for the service, I thought they'd have a better selection, but it really doesn't. So it's odd that God of War is going to be on there, and I guess because maybe like when it comes to bottom line, maybe they're doing the best right now. But I do prefer Netflix above all other services, and then after Netflix, I'd probably have to say like Hulu, and then HBO Max, and then Amazon, and Disney I don't really care and kiss my ass. I don't like it that much. But I like Disney's user interface. It's better. Like, so when it comes to user interface, I'd say it's Netflix, and then probably Hulu or Disney, and then HBO, then Amazon. Because Amazon, if you look, like most of the stuff that it had, like the list, you're gonna see that it has like tons of movies, but it'll be movies that are offered on other services. So it's like they're trying to get a cut from you, saying, "Hey, if you get this subscription, then then you can see this movie." But it's like, hey, this is on all the other streaming services I already own, or pay for. So it's just weird. The way they do it is really weird. It's like to me, a very deceptive way of advertising the movies that they actually have in their library, because their library sucks. But through them, you can get to the other streaming services, which have much more robust libraries and better quality, if I'm speaking plainly. But yeah, who knows? I don't have a lot of hope for the God of War series. A lot of these live action adaptations aren't the best. So I'm not expecting like the greatest thing. I'll definitely watch it, and it's always fun to see kind of how it develops and how they kind of interpret it. But I'm definitely not gonna get my hopes up. Once things start transgressing, it's like transcending those like boundaries of film and game. Like you got to be very wary. Like you can't just let it knock you off a pillar. I'm just kidding. Yeah, like I just did. You can't just let it like be like, oh my gosh, the game series now sucks because it's a movie. It's like, no, it's just you have to understand there's two different forms of media. So even if the movies aren't going to be that great or whatever, it's fine. They're still trying to make an attempt to cross over to like new fan base, and that's really all it comes down to, just money. But I do hope it's good. I want it to be good. I just don't think it will be very good. Some of the better adaptations, I thought The Witcher was great. I think The Last of Us will be really good. And I do believe that's going to be on HBO. I was really shocked that PlayStation didn't just do it themselves. They had talked about they were going to create some adaptations of their own in their own studios. But I guess they didn't want to do that because it's probably too expensive, and it's too risky. They're like, well, they probably don't want their name on it 100%. That way, if it goes wrong, they can blame somebody else. But who knows? It might be good. I think it'll be okay. I think it'll be alright. But we'll see. And again, even if they do make an adaptation, it doesn't mean that, and it's not good or doesn't perform well, it doesn't mean that the actual game series would suffer. I gotta get through this part. I'm just being really impatient, but I guess I have to take it really slow if I'm gonna make it through. That was a nice move. He did his forward R1 move there, which would for us would just be a kick. But with the Painting Guardian Sword, you get a new move. Alright, let's take these guys out one at a time. But yeah, I'd say Amazon has the poorest quality library in their streaming service. Really? Okay. That was risky. I talked about not having a shield, but I think I do have one that's going to have 100% damage reduction. Why not use it just for this sequence? Because I'm tired of dying. I still think shields are for chomps, unless you're parrying with them. I'm going to die anyways, because this fool's going to come from the back. No! I'm going to... Yeah, you're going to die with me. Boom! And he died too. The idiot from behind. Okay, fine. So now we're going to get it. I won't overcommit to striking that one enemy. And if I am using the one-handed strike, it should be a little bit better. because it's going to knock them off balance better than my two-handed strike, which just is a vertical strike, so we should be okay. I'll use the two-handed strikes to go ahead and knock them out first. Let's see, my roll is still fine. These first two enemies I'll just kill with my two-handed strikes, and then after that, we'll switch to one-handed just for the sake of defense. But yeah, I'm interested to think, like, you know, what do you guys think about the different streaming services? Which ones are your favorite, you know? Which ones do you like, which ones do you not like, and why? I think they all have their pros and cons. Some have better quality, some have better selection, some have better user interface. And the prices are all fairly comparable, to be honest. But they do keep rising. But I think those are the three things to look at. The quality, the user interface, and the selection. The library is always going to be a big factor, I think. Alright, he's dead. Do a running attack here. Finish him off with this a standard strike. Now we're going to switch to a one-handed stance here, so we can have a shield in one hand and our sword in another. Okay. And locking on sometimes can be dangerous if you just stay locked on while the enemies are kind of flailing around, or if you strike again while locked on. It's very risky. So I'm actually going to do this. There you go. The difference in using a shield, man, I tell you. Funny thing is, I didn't even have to use the shield once. That's just so ridiculous to me. Just having the shield up gave us the courage we needed. Alright, so I know there's some stuff down there. I don't really care to obtain it, though. Not really important for our run. I do think that a gargoyle is going to attack us here. Doesn't this just raise it to the... Oh, lovely, okay. I know I have to connect the bridges, forgot exactly how to do it. I think this is it. I always forget the proper direct... Yeah, that's it. Now we're going to have a straight path from the bonfire to the staircase, and then a gargoyle should probably come down and try and kill us any moment now. There he is. There's one. And I heard the other one. Yeah, there he is. Alright, we're just going to run right past. And then this part also sucks. But it should be fine. I mean, I think we'll be able to pull it off here. Nice. I should have probably kept my shield out. Damn it. You're okay, I'm sorry. Alright. Lovely. Thank you for that. Can't use Estus, so I'm really out of heals pretty much. Get off me, son. Alright, got him. We're safe here as long as we're right in the middle. Oh, lovely. Got shocked. Electrocuted. This part's going to be crazy. I'm going to try and parry him. If he doesn't just crawl off the edge like he's supposed to, I am going to parry him. Oh, my heart. Lovely. Thank you. Lovely. Perfect timing for the Silver Knight. There's a few things you can do there. You can make him just walk off the edge, or you can make him, you can parry him. I don't know what I'm going to do just yet. Not sure which method to pull off just yet, but man, these guys hit hard too. And that archer in the back, normally he doesn't get me so early, he starts shooting at you whenever you're trying to figure out if you're gonna parry or bait that Silver Knight off the ledge. So he's a bastard for that. Let me remove the goals. There you go. That way we can see the full screen. You can see that beautiful soul meter. How many souls we have left. Alright, we're gonna... I guess we could kill these. Well, let me see. Oh, yeah. Lovely. Lovely. Get wrecked. Alright. That's one down. That way I don't have to really... I don't want to, you know, try and sprint past and then each time they're just kicking my ass. Like, I refuse to be chased down by these gargoyles. So we're just going to take them out the old-fashioned way. Here's another one. Oh, my back. Okay. Okay, he's dead too. Lovely. So now we got those guys down. We got the full gargoyle set. I'm pretty sure, like, if you kill all them, both of those guys, you get every piece you didn't get from the first Bell gargoyle fight. I'm pretty certain. I like to think that, anyways. I like to think Dark Souls is a fair game. Lovely. You okay? Oh, we don't have a lot of room for error. We got jacked up pretty good. Alright, let's try not to die. Oh my gosh, okay. 5,000 buckaroos. Oh, I didn't time that right at all. Oh my gosh, I have no poise. I was just gonna comment on the fact that even having a shield up at this point does not guarantee my safety, because I'll get knocked back so hard, and I don't have like a lot of poise, so I'm gonna be pushed back pretty far, and that's exactly what happened. We were right there too. But no worries, we're not gonna have to fight the gargoyles this time. They don't respawn. So we can just run right past the giants and those demon bat things. And it's gonna be good. Alright. So we're gonna go straight across again. This time, we're not going to die. You know, the thing is, even at that range, he didn't really advance to get closer to us. So what happened is he continued to use his bow, and I was already anticipating him to put it away. That's why that first dodge roll was so poorly timed. I got lucky, though, and I still dodged it. And then when I blocked the second attempt, that just ended me. But I mean, we've made it this far without any Estus, so pretty happy about that. Nice. Nice little pat in the back for encouragement. That's all that was. What a gentleman. Zigzagging so I can avoid the lightning strike. Yep, the inevitable lightning strike in the ass. Oh, that was so close. Okay, he almost got me again. There. No. What are you doing? No way. That was like a weird, like, then he fell off anyways. That was like a weird, like, texture thing going on. Like, I backed up the max distance, but then I wasn't, like, on an asset, like, 100%, so I just ended up falling off. It's like, we'll just knock you off. Thank you, Dark Souls. We're still rocking a level 5 Claymore right now. Definitely not the most powerful weapon. And apparently a kick does nothing to their poise, so that's always fun. I'll have this out just in case I need a parry, but that dude was just point blank range and he was still shooting with a bow. This is such odd behavior for them. You know, sometimes in these challenge runs I get it down, you know, but I just kind of forgot some of my tactics. I know that normally I would go up, bait him to remove or take out his sword and shield, and then you just kind of block right at that edge and he'll just continue walking forward and just fall off. And you should be safe from the second archer, but like as you can see there, sometimes the AI is just on it. And today has been one of those days where the AI has just been on point. On point. Hold on one sec. Alright. Just had to get situated here in my chair. Alright, let's not get killed by this idiot. Oh, never mind. What I meant to say is, let's get killed by this idiot. Alright, let's see if he gets us. Oh, nice, he didn't. That means this guy's gonna get us. They usually take turns. Oh my gosh, I missed both, but barely. Don't do it. Okay. I don't really care to retrieve the souls very much either, if I'm being honest, but I'll try. Lovely. He's just not putting away his freaking bow. I don't get it. As I play more and more, I remember those little techniques to manipulate the AI, but I'm going to tell you right now, I don't remember what the hell I normally do. It's been a long time. Especially since I've been playing at that level. But once I get enough challenge runs in, I usually start nailing it pretty good. The good old painting guardian room. Good gosh, that took a while, didn't it? Okay, we're going to run across. We're going to get to, hopefully, the rooftop safely, break inside that little mansion, and then we'll be prepared to face off with Ornstein and Smo. Alright. I'm just not timing that right. I've tried 3 times in a row. Get up! But he hits me so hard, it's a huge, huge recovery animation from that. Takes a long time to get back from that. And I'm not too worried about the health, to be honest, because it's not like I'm going to be having a prolonged battle with the Silver Knight. I'm probably going to die in 1 hit if I fail, so... Now I'm a little concerned about the health. But I have 100% damage reduction shield, so... As long as we don't actually get hit, it should be okay. But yeah, now I'm a bit concerned about the health. Run, fool! Lovely. Whoa, I'm gonna get shot in the back. Knew it. He really covered that. Look at that. What the hell? How did he glitch by? That was crazy. I don't know what happened there. Alright, we're gonna get to this little windowsill, I tell ya. It's been slow going, sadly, since the Iron Golem. I forgot to put all those markers. That's going to be really annoying going back and finding those. I definitely want to document most of the bosses. The Capra Demon, for example, was a huge barrier for me. A huge, like, gatekeeper. And once we beat him, then we ran through the Gaping Dragon, and we defeated that enemy. We defeated Quelaag pretty easily. The Gargoyles as well. Once we got through Sen's Fortress, it did take us a few times. I was able to then take out the Iron Golem, which he was actually fairly difficult considering the damage output was pretty low. So it was really hard to knock him back on that bridge. So we died a few times to him, and now we're just right here. We're trying to get inside the mansion here, inside this giant building where Ornstein and Smo are just chilling, apparently. I cannot time that. I don't know what's wrong with me. Normally I got pretty good reflexes, but man, I don't know. I am hungry too. I'm starving. Need to eat. I don't even know what to eat. Dodge. Okay, good. Oh gosh, they're already shooting, huh? See, that archer right there is always such a nuisance. Because the angle, I'm never looking backwards at this point, so I don't know where he's shooting me from most of the time. I don't really care about the souls, like I've mentioned. Lovely. He is a jerk. If I can knock him off, that'd be great. Nope. Okay, there you go. Just want to get shot in the back. Yay! Okay, we got to Sen's Fortress. I mean, not to Sen's Fortress. We got through this area. What a freaking disaster. Rooftops. That I definitely need to mark that, because that was just annoying. There's a few nice skips here you can do as well to kind of get through all this junk. Alright, we're going to go ahead and light this bonfire. Oh man, that was ridiculous. Alright. And there's a few things. There's like sunlight metals in here, and just mostly just worthless stuff that we don't need. If I kill, I remember I used to kill them just to farm stuff, but I don't need to do that either. I used to remember the exact spot. Let's see, is it? Alright, perfect. There's a Titanite demon in there. We can go down here to unlock this door. That Silver Knight is guarding some stuff. Oh gosh! The door and Silver Knight set. Yeah, this is too narrow. I'm not going to be able to get past him, so. He's going to take his time. Let's go ahead and open the big doors. To be honest, those are much more important. I don't really care to get all the items. I only need the items that are necessary for me to to beat the game. Because I'm not using any Estus, so this is a challenge run. I'm not really doing anything fancy here. Alright, let's see. Can we do it? So that big door's open, and then we can go to the other side, talk to the friendly giant. Oh gosh, I never timed that right. Yeah, we're gonna go the scenic route. Lovely, thank you for that. Oh my gosh. Don't do it. I don't care if I die at this point because I'll at least have opened all the pathways, so that's the key. Also, I do believe that this giant's going to allow me to upgrade my weapons, and maybe we can get it to where it's past or beyond, you know, a certain point, and we can do something, maybe like a lightning claymore or something, you know. It's always fun to have an effect on. There's a chest there you can grab. Let's see. That's right, I don't have any cash though. I'm like broke on souls here. Lovely. But he does sell an infinite amount of large Titanite shards, which is awesome. But I have 7, so can you do your thing, sir? I guess it'd be just reinforced, right? Yeah. Unless I need a special ember for it. Oh, I do. I do need the ember, and I forgot where to get it. It might be where the moonlight butterfly is at, right? Damn. Yeah, I am going to need that, actually. Shoot. Because I'm looking here, and I don't see the claymore anywhere, which means I need an ember for this bad boy. And I don't remember which ember. It's the large or the very large ember or something like that, and I don't recall its exact location. Alright, let's open this door, that way we have access to everything. Again, I don't really care if I die. Because at this point you can get 1,000 souls anywhere. Okay. So, and we're not going to do any glitches, like, because we could glitch Ornstein and Smo and make it real easy. But I won't do that unless I absolutely have no way to beat them legitimately. And I haven't done that on any boss yet. They've actually been relatively easy to beat. But my problem is I'm not dealing a lot of damage, and my weapons are still pretty low level. I'm only at +5 claymore, and my strength is like 20, so pretty weak right now. I just want to see how much damage I'm doing to these guys. If I can hit him once, that'd be cool, but yeah, Smo's gonna kill me. They have tons of health, so. Black fire bombs are good. I do have several of them, but not enough to really kill them, so that's gonna be tough. Yeah, it's too late. That's a little skip to get past all that. I could get Havel stuff too. But I don't think I could wear any of it, you know? This is the demon. Havel stuff's down here, actually. Okay. It's downstairs. We can get it later. Maybe on the way out. Oh, gosh. You gotta love that. And sadly, those enemies do respawn. So, I mean, even if I took them out, still gonna get jacked up. So, let's see. What are we gonna do for this fight? Jeez. Yeah, I mean, not the worst damage, to be honest. And they're not hurting me that bad, to be honest. Definitely want to kill Ornstein first, though. The hell? Whoa, what are you skating around for? Yeah, he's not doing any damage. Great. We do have that steel protection ring of virginity or whatever, so that's always good. I'm gonna die here. But yeah, it's actually very doable. This is a very doable fight. And I like it. But what I'm gonna do is I am starving, and it's Sunday, so it's not really my stream day, but I will be streaming tomorrow, and you will see my face and my beard, and it's gonna be so awesome. And we're gonna be streaming throughout the week so I can complete this challenge. I'm working on the script for the Dead Cells Stomp Only challenge that I completed, as well as the Mega Man X Lemons Only challenge that I completed. So those two should be out. I might even get one of those out tonight, and then you'll start seeing some more lore videos on the lore channel, all that good stuff. There's gonna be a lot of new content out the rest of this week because I have some free time, so we're gonna be dedicating that time to creating more content and just getting a good start for the new year. But in general, if you guys like to see different challenge runs like this on some of your favorite games, be sure to follow. I know a lot of you guys are lurking today, but if you guys enjoy what you saw, be sure to follow, check it out, and you can see different content like this. Also, after I do Dark Souls, I'm not really sure what I'm going to do next. Dead Space should be coming out pretty soon, so maybe we can do a challenge run on the Dead Space remake. But who knows? It's been like 15 years since I played the first Dead Space, so I don't honestly remember what challenges are possible. But maybe we could do a fun challenge on the first playthrough. It'd be really nice. But we'll see. Anyways, you guys are awesome. Just want to say thank you so much for all your love and support. And until next time, it's the Inhuman One signing out. I'll catch you guys next time.